Veterans Day is a special day of remembrance for veterans all across the country. That includes retired Master Army Sergeant Cedric King. As the son of a single mom growing up in South Carolina, he had dreams of playing basketball, but lacked the grades to go to college. Enlisting in the Army was the perfect fit for him to use his athleticism and thirst for competition. After serving in peacetime for the first few years of his career, Cedric was quickly called to duty immediately after the events of 9/11.
Yes, we were angry. Yes, we wanted our turn at bat. We wanted a chance to get in the game. We wanted a chance for our generation to do something that counted. For us to actually stand up and say, hey, don't worry about it. I got it. You guys fought for us. Hey, it's our turn. We're going to step up to the plate.
Like any proud veteran, Cedric thinks about his time serving every day, but especially on this day. The defining moment of his life came on July 26, 2012, on foot patrol in Afghanistan.
I stepped on something, and it's not like in the movies where you hear like some sort of click. It's not like that. It felt no different than you putting your foot down on the floor right now.
Cedric had almost become a statistic when he stepped on an IED that had suddenly changed the course of the rest of his life.
Felt like I've been tossed in the air in a somersault. Probably that didn't happen, but I definitely know that there was some sort of concussion. Everything slowed down, really, really slow. Like time wasn't in real time right now, but time was moving like in fractions of a second. It was like slow motion.
By the time Cedric was alert again, he was in a helicopter in a race to save his life.
I'm looking down, and I'm like, it was just like a TV show. The nurses running out. It's like, gurneys coming out. I go into this little tent, put this mask over me, just told me to breathe like normal, and I can't remember anything after that.
Sergeant King spent the next week in a medically induced coma as doctors tried to save his legs, but he had incurred too much trauma and woke up a paraplegic.
The very next memory I have after going into that tent was 8 days later. And I know it's 8 days, as my wife was telling me, just get out. It's August the 2nd at this point in time. And I'm looking at my wife and my mom at the edge of the bed. And they're explaining to me exactly what happened over this, 8 days. But I didn't quite understand all of the magnitude of what had happened. I know that it had been a blast, and I can tell you at the lowest point in my life, just hearing this news. Yes, I'm ecstatic that I'm alive, but going back to that moment, I didn't have the answers. It's like somebody telling me that your parents had died after you just saw them like an hour ago.
He was understandably crushed. He quickly realized that he had only one of two choices: live a life of pity or be an inspiration to others. With his competitive spirit, Cedric chose the latter of the two, putting forth the same energy and effort that allowed him to rise to the rank of Master Sergeant. He attacked it with everything he had. Eventually, he competed in the Boston Marathon and is in great demand as a motivational speaker.
There's so much value in the aftermath of figuring it out. Yeah, I wanted it. I wanted to tap out. I did. But I never needed, if I stuck around, I would be so blessed. If you can get back to your feet again after you've just been knocked down, it's not a guarantee that you're going to win the fight. It's not a guarantee that you're going to defeat the opponent. It's not going to be a guarantee that you're going to have a knockout punch too. But if you can get back to your feet, what you're doing is you're sending a message to yourself, not just to the opponent. More importantly, you send a message to yourself that you don't have to tap out when things get tough. That small perspective shift changed everything.